But baby, in my dreams, I am a business owner.
And that's exactly what I mean. Honey, this big dream of yours seems so big to be real. For 5 years straight, you are still talking dreams. It's always in your dreams, right?
Baby, I can't believe you're so mad at me. It's not my fault. Of course you know there is no money.
Yeah, same old excuse. For 5 long years. Please give me a break. Just accept that you are a housewife who doesn't want to own a business. Period.
Really? Like, seriously? Is that what you have to say? You know what? I accept the challenge to get my business up and running as soon as I can. But please, be a little more supportive.
You didn't have to ask. I am here for you and you know it. I have always supported you. That's because you're my wife.
Are you struggling to bring your dream business to reality? Hey! Stop with the struggle. This lesson will point you in the right direction. Hello, friend. My name is David Stevenson, and I have the honor of serving as your presenter for today's Weekly Achievers AI class. In the lesson for today, we will be looking at raising $5 million startup capital without tears. Have you ever got into an argument with your benefactor or motivator just because you are being perceived to be procrastinating too long on your dream? Especially the dream of bringing your startup to reality? If you have ever had such experience, then you will agree with me that it can be very devastating when someone you look up to begins to doubt the possibility or chances of your dream becoming a reality. The biggest setback for startups is usually the lack of sufficient capital. With cash at hand, other resources required can be easily procured, including manpower to manage the business. So, it has always been a question of cash, but you are lucky to have found this channel. This lesson will stick in your memory for several years to come, especially if you have been unsuccessful with all the popular strategies for raising startup capital. Repeated experiments have shown that the strategy which will be taught in this lesson works 87% of the time. Aspiring entrepreneurs who have unsuccessfully tried other methods of getting startup capital will finally achieve their goal and heave a sigh of relief. It is instructive to say that the fundraising strategy applicable to this lesson is not one of those popular or usual ones. This is the reason Weekly Achievers AI class is what it is. In this class, we do not teach popular strategies that work only for a few. Weekly Achievers AI class is all about personal and business development. Our lessons are free and will always be. If you are here because a friend or colleague recommended or requested an invite for you, take a deep breath. Sit back and learn. Welcome to Weekly Achievers AI class. Please listen. This lesson contains life-changing exercises which are short and easy. You are advised to participate and share your experience in the comment area. That will help class administrators to know if you need special help. I boldly assure you that at the end of today's class, you will be on fire to get your business started, because in just seconds away, your eyes are about to discover the money vault you have been searching for all your life. As usual, this lesson is expository in nature. Keep your ears open and pay attention to every word you hear in this class. Don't be interrupted or distracted by anything around you, and don't interrupt this lesson. Happy learning! And good luck! Raising $5 million startup capital without tears. This lesson begins now. Most aspiring entrepreneurs seem to be shut out of a life-saving discovery, which this lesson will reveal in just seconds away. They are shut out of the threshold of timely information on where and how to source for startup capital and stand 80% chance of getting it done. If you have ever felt like all the strategies introduced to you are intended to waste your effort and futility because you obviously do not stand a chance of raising your capital by applying those strategies, then you understand perfectly what I mean. You're not the only one looking for startup capital. The moment that business idea dropped on your mind and you realized you had insufficient fund, over 1 million persons around the world experienced the same thing, maybe with different business ideas, but same financial insufficiency. Just like you, they had no better option than to look for ways to raise capital in their quest to bring those ideas to reality. So, you're not alone, but you are the lucky one because you are one of the few persons to discover this channel. Now let's go straight to the point. Many have taught about using popular methods to raise business capital. Methods such as personal savings, donations from friends and family, crowdfunding, grants from governmental or donor organizations, partnerships or joint venture, angel investors, and debt financing are popularized. Certainly, these strategies are useful. Yes, they work, but for how many aspiring entrepreneurs? If these methods work for many, how come only a few startups succeed? It is said that 90% of startups fail. This proves that these methods do not work for most people. Believe it or not, the reason why 90% of startups fail is mostly because they were founded on insufficient capital base. Sadly to say, but it is rather true that in business, money makes the world go round. It is against the backdrop of popular methods of fundraising that this lesson was put together. The funding method taught in this lesson has been successfully tested in about 32 countries. It will work for very many aspiring entrepreneurs, regardless of their locations. Weekly Achievers AI class is well known and trusted for its out-of-the-box approach to personal and business development. This makes the class popular because it validates the very name of the class. So, if any lesson in this class works for you, kindly send us an email testimonial. Out of millions of entrepreneurs practically scrambling on a daily basis to raise capital using popular strategies, what is the ratio of those who scale through using these strategies as opposed to the ratio of the rest of them whose effort failed in this regard? Just do the maths. One could practically list names of all startups in the world in the past 3 years whose founders were able to secure investment through angel investors, crowdfunding, strategic partnerships, venture capitalists, incubators, governments, donor organizations, family or debt financing. On the flip side, can one equally list names of startups whose would-be founders failed to secure help using these methods in the past 3 years? Even the sky, as wide as it is, cannot contain names of these failed businesses. That's where Weekly Achievers AI class comes to the rescue. If Weekly Achievers AI class teaches same popular strategies that work only for a few, then the aim of the class is defeated. Our vision is to bring prosperity to all learners. So, bring out your writing materials, and be ready as the hidden vault is unveiled. Lesson continues shortly.
But baby, in my dreams, I am a business owner.
And that's exactly what I mean. Honey, this big dream of yours seems so big to be real. For 5 years straight, you are still talking dreams. It's always in your dreams, right?
Baby, I can't believe you're so mad at me. It's not my fault. Of course you know there is no money.
Yeah, same old excuse. For 5 long years. Please give me a break. Just accept that you are a housewife who doesn't want to own a business. Period.
Really? Like, seriously? Is that what you have to say? You know what? I accept the challenge to get my business up and running as soon as I can. But please, be a little more supportive.
You didn't have to ask. I am here for you and you know it. I have always supported you. That's because you're my wife.
Are you struggling to bring your dream business to reality? Hey! Stop with the struggle. This lesson will point you in the right direction.
Welcome back. Just before I let the cat out of the bag, please be informed that the master key, which will be revealed to you in a matter of seconds, requires a maturity period of 90 days. It means that you will be consistently carrying out activities for a period of 90 days, without skipping a day. If you can survive the 90-day maturity period, then be assured that you will be inevitably raising capital in the neighborhoods of 20 to 50 million US dollars. Now that you know, shall we get down to business, please? The vault is called Premium Blog. Yes, you heard it correctly. Premium Blog. I think you are surprised. The money bag that you have been looking for was always there, staring at you in the face, and you just never notice on time. Honestly, the financial supplies you are searching for has always been right there with you, all the time. Sometimes in life, it takes someone else to open our eyes and show us what we've been looking for, that has always been right there with us, but we never knew. Some people call it moment of illumination. Others refer to it as a revelation. Yet many others may go to the extreme and describe it as an epiphany. You can call it whatever you want, but I will just say it my way. It is simply the game that life plays, just to prove to us that we need one another. Sometimes, you might be seating on a large gold deposit, without even knowing, and it will take someone else to reveal it to you, that what you are actually seating on, is a large gold deposit. What exactly do I mean by Premium Blog? Some learners here might be owners of a blog or even many blogs. What they do not know is that they are owners of large cash vaults if those blogs are not the ones with free hosting services. Let me break it down for you. A premium blog is one that is hosted on a privately owned domain, which is different from those hosted on third-party domains. Premium blogs are not free. Members of Weekly Achievers AI class, who are in need of startup capital, are hereby required to practice the following exercise in their quest to restfully raise sufficient capital within 90 days. The exercise comes in 7 steps. If at any point you find it difficult getting through with this experiment, reach out to the class administrators by email or comment under this video tutorial for a possible help. Step 1. In Step 1, you are to decide on the kind of blog you want to run. What industry are you targeting? It must not be the same industry that your proposed startup is targeting. It could be a blog about gadgets, fashion, grocery, lifestyle, automobile, or anything that is easily patronized. Step 2. Come up with a marketable domain name, and pay to register it, buy a hosting plan for it, and a get web developer to install a blog theme on that domain for you. The developer should also create an email account on that domain. And equally create a facility for user subscription on that blog. Don't waste too much time designing the blog. Go simple. Your 90-day activity does not include designing or installing a blog theme. So if it is possible to design or install the theme in one day, please do it. Don't come back here to tell us you wasted a week or 2 to design the blog. From previous successful experiments, the capital you hope to raise does not depend on the beauty of the blog, period. From the day your blog theme has been fully designed and installed, just know that your 90-day countdown had begun. Step 3. In this step, your job is to create social media channels for the blog. Make sure you create a functional account on each of the most widely used social media platform. Step 4. Create and post content daily on your blog and social media pages for 90 days. If your daily schedule does not allow you to do this by yourself, get someone to do it for you. Step 5. Ask friends and family to join your online community for the blog, and use your daily contents to drive traffic to the blog from popular social media platforms. Provide free subscription to users in order to build a mailing list. Grow your mailing list every day using newsletter publication. Step 6. As your subscriber base grows, your capital base is equally growing, as you will later find out. Try to prevent multiple subscriptions by users of email accounts that have private domain name. No email with a private domain name extension should appear more than once in your mailing list. So, if 5 employees from a company named First Company join your mailing list, only one of them can subscribe using personal email account with the company. The rest should use a popular third-party email service. You cannot have Nancy at firstcompany.com and William at firstcompany.com on your mailing list. For example, it is safer to have Nancy at gmail.com, William at gmail.com, Susan at gmail.com, Donald at gmail.com, and so on. But it is not acceptable to have Nancy at firstcompany.com, William at firstcompany.com, Susan at firstcompany.com, and Donald at firstcompany.com on your mailing list. It will cause serious problems. In all successful experiments carried out, it was shocking and bizarre to find out that blogs that had high number of subscribers with private email domains and never sold beyond $1,000. This is a setting or configuration that your web developer should be able to handle for you. This will prepare your blog for a big sale. Based on 612 successful experiments carried out before the production of this tutorial, it was revealed that blogs with high number of Gmail or Outlook subscribers sold a crazy amount of money as opposed to others with private domain email subscribers. Out of the 612 blog specimens, 418 of them allowed subscription only with Gmail. They did this by displaying an instruction that says, "Subscribe to our newsletter with your Gmail account." And they did not offer an alternative way of subscribing other than that. You can take a cue from this. Blogs with multiple private domain email accounts never got buyers. As at the time of preparing for this class, the mystery behind this is yet to be understood. On the flip side, premium blogs with highest Gmail subscribers were bought at very high prices within 3 days from the day of listing. Take this exercise seriously. Practice it with the same energy you would use in practicing a religion. Don't miss a day without getting subscribers, even if it is just 2. That is the evidence you will present to drive a hard bargain at the end of the 90-day period. Don't say nobody told you. The size of your subscriber base determines how much money you will raise. Trust me, you don't want the drama that occurred between Musk and Dorsey, when Musk was screaming that there were too many fake accounts on Twitter. And it led to a delay in the sale of Twitter. Therefore, filter out unwanted email extensions to avoid delay in buying or outright rejection of your offer. Cleaning up your subscriber base is an action that simply tells you that you are getting ready to sell the blog. Step 7. In this step, you must realize that your premium blog is the startup capital you've been looking for. It is your money bag. And the secret vault you never knew you had. Once your subscriber base has been thoroughly cleaned up, list your blog for sale on relevant websites where blogs are sold. For obvious reasons, those websites are not mentioned here. But if you are in doubt, just use Google search engine. You will be presented with sufficient directory. List your blog for sale on those websites, and in a few days you will raise your startup capital. If for any reason, the bargain your blog receives on those websites falls below $5 million, get back to Weekly Achievers AI class by email. And you will be freely advised on what to do to get a better bargain. The objective is to see you succeed freely with experiments from this class. Your blog might not sell at the kind of earth-shaking figures that Yahoo and Twitter did. But trust me, the amount you will realize from the sale of your blog will most certainly be enough to comfortably get you started in business and keep the business running. Try this experiment and let's hear from you in the comments section or by email. Again, if for whatever reason you are unsuccessful with this exercise, please inform the class on time through the class email. Class administrators are ready to guide you for free. In conclusion, there is nothing wrong with experimenting with popular methods such as crowdfunding, angel investors, strategic partnerships, venture capitalists, incubators, and so on. But the strategy revealed in this lesson will fetch you the money you need and within predictable time frame. Out of 7 billion people in the world, you are one of the few to discover that raising money to start up a business is no rocket science. And you don't have to do it in tears. Our class members are waiting for you, on the other side of successful business owners. Join us there, and don't keep us waiting. If you have enjoyed this lesson, share it with someone you care about or recommend an invite to someone. Please subscribe to this channel, so that you will be notified on subsequent classes. Thanks for participating in this class. Good luck to you. And don't miss the next one.